Hello, my soul family here in YouTube. I really hope you're well. Magical blessings before we start, and just let me invite you to subscribe to my channel if you like tarot videos, spiritual videos, magical videos, and along that topic. So yeah, today this video I want to show you the Sacred Divine Oracle cards by Denise Linn. I want to just give you a little bit of a review, show you every single card, and flip a little bit through the guidebook that comes with it, and help you decide if this is a deck you want to get. See if you connect with the cards, if you connect with the imageries. As always, I like to start with the box. It's very nice. It is sturdy. That means I can just save my cards right there. And the back shows you 4 little cards that are part of it, and the cost is $22.99 and $29.99 Canadian. But again, remember that Amazon always has them on sale, and even other places, so you can get it at this price or lower, which is really nice. It says you have a sacred destiny. We all do, and this is what is this for. And this is a 52 card deck to discover the landscape of your soul. And don't we all need some help with our hope and with spirituality? So I was called by mostly by the cover of this deck. I just love that mountain right there, and the stars you can see is just so beautiful. But I wasn't able to see all the cards inside, and that's why I want to share them with you. Okay, so the first thing is always the guidebook, as you can see right here. And let's take a look. It is just about the size of the card. It has quite a lot of pages, so a lot of information. So we have an index, so it will be very easy to find the cards. We have an introduction. Here we have some examples of questions that we can ask for something that is so short, like 1 card reading, 3 card readings, 5, and the 3 of Life spread. I would like to try that one. 4 direction spread, the sacred circle, or 1 year, discovering hidden meanings of your dreams. So it has really a lot of information right here. And then we start with the cards. It starts with abundance. So this is the way this is organized is alphabetically. Of course, there are no numbers on the card, just the meaning, and looks like they're very straightforward. But besides the card, the name of the card, the keyword abundance, we also have that the image corresponds to a wild flower wonderland, and then it has and gives you meaning. Of course, we all know what abundance means, but it gives you why of the image. So I love that it gives you a little bit of help with interpreting the image, interpreting why the author decided to use the image of wildflowers for abundance, and so on. It keeps coming. So then we have a more direct message that is kind of like the reason in one of the interpretation, but then we have that it reads this way: the sacred landscape wants you to know everything is blossoming in life. Open yourself to receive abundance, fulfillment, and prosperity are ready to be activated in your life. Life desires you to prosper. You're moving toward an outpouring of money, energy, time, or love. Opportunities are limitless. However, you must take action in the direction of your dreams. Don't wait for abundance to fall in your lap. Take the steps. Give deeply and fully. Don't hold back. This card reveals that it's a great time to make investments. The more you give with free and open heart, the more you will receive. Be grateful for what you already have, and even more will flow to you. So it's just a lovely message, and of course each single card has that combination of the name of the card, a little sample in black and white, what it means. Like we have here, it says follow field, the message of why this image represents diligence or abundance or whatever it means, and then a proper reading that gives you a message of what the author wants you to take from this. But of course you can also combine the meaning that the booklet is giving with your own meaning, with your own intuition, because this is great to connect with the author, but at the end of the day, as an oracle reading or tarot reading, you must follow your own intuition. So use this, as it says, as a guidebook, as just a starting point. And it's a very nice starting point because it's the words just enhance the image and gives the beautiful image your story that you can then adorn and extend and make it your own. So I really like this this tiny guidebook. I know some people don't want to use them, but hey, if you don't want them, then just ignore it. It's there for those of us who like to have a little bit of help, especially when we just get started with a new deck. And those of you who don't, then hey, no problems. Then we have, I just wanted to show you the inside because it's quite cute inside. Sometimes they're just empty, but here right now it says Sacred Destiny Oracle. And we have like a galaxy here, a very, very beautiful background. The back of the cards, you can see, is like water. We have the sun, the sky, of course, some clouds, but they are covered with kind of like a wallpaper pattern. It's not very perceptible, especially on camera, but let me see if I am able to adjust this so you can, best I can do. But as you can see, it has some patterns right here, and they get up till about here, and then they're barely visible right here. So very nice card back. Again, I don't think these cards are meant to be read upside down or in reverse, because you will easily be able to see when they are in reverse, but I also didn't find anything in the guidebook. So this will be completely up to you as a reader. It will be completely up to your own intuition if you decide to read them as reverse or upside down, or just follow what the author intended. So let's get to see the cards right now. So of course, as we saw, the first card was abundance. It was the field of wildflowers. It has a very nice image. All the cards have this white background, and it has the keyword right there, but not all of them say what it is. So yes, most of them are very simple. Just by seeing them, we can know what they are. But if not, if you want to make sure what it is, then you can just consult the guidebook. Next card we have is action. And as you can see, they are very different in the way they are presented. This one is quite dark and looks kind of like a storm is coming, but not quite. Maybe it's just very late at night. And this is dark right here, but here is so bright, and it has like little touches, almost like gold foil, or of course they're not, but they are trying to mimicking a little bit of gold foil with it. Then we have adventures, and we have this beautiful tropical scenery right here, and it reminds me a lot of home where I grew up. This is how it looks like. This plant, we have this plant in our house, a big bush of it, and we don't see the parrots everywhere, but they're very common there as well if you go into the forest part. The next card we have is blessings. And again, another beautiful image from nature. We can see waterfalls. That reminds me of the waterfalls from Brazil, where I visited sometime, because there's a lot of kind of like a tropical almost feeling to it. Beautiful bird, blooming flowers, just pretty. The next card we have is change, and this is a little bit different because yes, we see the skies, we see nature, but we see hot balloon air. And although this is a horse, you can clearly see that this is a horse from those merry-go-rounds that you can see. So this is the first image that is not only nature but starting to mix some man-made things. We then have a community. The next card is courage, and let's see if the camera can pick it up, but superimposed over the image we can see a little bit of a map right here. As the camera is barely picking it up, but I can read the word Sicilia right here, but the rest of the words are just extremely tiny for me to read. Maybe if I get a magnifying glass or something. We then have the light, and we can see that the cards have gone back to just images from nature. Diligence, this is one that we saw with the guidebook. Then we have the card called embracing. Again, beautiful cards. Seriously, the cards are just extremely beautiful. Next card is enlightenment, and once again we have a man-made item in between. We have a boat, sailboat, that looks like it's traveling in the sky. You can see the galaxy right here, but this is above clouds. So again, enlightenment, you can just mean go above, raise your energy. You can then see flexibility. That is our next card. Then we have flow, and I really like how they give you different images, very tied by a theme, but still different enough to make this deck quite interesting and something different from what you might already have. Then we have focus, forgiveness, then we have freedom, next we have fulfillment, then we have gateway, and here we are starting to see something that is more mythical, like this is a unicorn, which, hey, they might exist, but I never seen one, so I will choose to see them as mythical until I get to see one. Then we have going forward. The next card is happiness. And then we have healing chaos. Very different card from what I have seen in oracle cards. I really like to have different images, different meanings, different it just adds up not only to my collection but what I can bring to a reading by having different options. Then we have illumination. Quite a beautiful card. I love the moon there. It's very faint but still is just full of elements. We then have inner peace. And then leadership. Quite love this one already. So pretty, such a pretty card. And living here in Alaska is just like one of the things you see a lot is one of the logos that we use for everything that was handmade in Alaska is 2 polar bears. So we see that a lot over here. Not actual polar bears, they're a little bit more towards the Arctic, even though I'm in Alaska, I'm in the south. Then we have love. Isn't this pretty? This is just natural flowers, but here we see one where the petals resemble hearts. So just so much meaning that you can pull from these cards. Miracles. We then have new beginnings, and is featuring a lovely new day coming up, the sun coming up. Openness. We then have opportunity. And we have more of a stylized moon with eyes and nose. So it represents natural, but patience. Pleasure. Then we have potential, which is the card. The image of this card is what it was chose to be on the cover of the box of this deck, and is the image that called me the most. Pretty much because of this image is that I bought this deck. We then have power, presented as lightning, which as we all know can be very powerful. Then we have protection, that is presented by this big beautiful tree, and as we all know is like, as protection is in nature, it can protect you from the sun, it can protect you from the rain. You can see some lightning storms right there, so it's a nice way of saying protection. We then have purification, and we see a field of sunflowers, but they're being purified by the rain. Camera's not getting the whole of it, but as you can see, it's quite pretty. We then have purity, another image that really calls me, which is extremely pretty. And with all those evergreens with snow, that's pretty much what I see in my backyard. Not in my, and everywhere I go there's so much snow and so many evergreens here. We see another man made stuff with actually a man reading a book, and says relaxation. So it has a little bit of mixed theme, even though it focuses on nature the most. We have the card release. But it's just a little, and I guess we are part of nature, aren't we? The other one that I found odd was the one that was the change card, because there was, besides the background, there was nothing else that is natural. We didn't have security, which is represented by this cave and fire, which it was the place of security many centuries ago. for people. Now this card is brilliant. Simplicity, and we just see nice little perfectly white feather. The following one is solitude, and we have a man that is just in the water by himself, and I think it's a man because I don't see long hair, but hey, it can be a woman as well. Stand still. We're almost at the end, just a few more cards remaining. Stillness. And we have success. And we can see another tropical image. Very pretty. I wouldn't see this in nature though, with a black panther or black jaguar and the cockatoo right there. They would probably be chasing, and I don't think one will get this close like that, but hey. We didn't have taking risk. Next we have thriving, and we're starting to see animals from everywhere. Which I think can be really nice. We didn't have transformation, and what a better creature than a butterfly to represent transformation. We then have trust. Followed by truth. And right here we can see the image of someone. I think it is blowing something, but it's quite odd. This is a little bit disturbing because, let me see if I can get it. Can you see it? I believe it's blowing something, but it kind of looks like vomiting as well. This is the very first image that I found disturbing. If it is right here, it's just a lovely image, but with that, I don't know what's that head from there. Is it an angel? Is it a spirit? Is it a demon? Wow. Then we have voyage, and of course we have one of the animals that travel the most, which are the whales. And if I might go back with this just really quick, this is another reason why I want to show you all these cards one by one and in a video, is like I didn't have the opportunity to see every single card, and although I love all the other ones, I had no chance to see this disturbing one, so I want to give you that chance to see all the cards, to see, and if you connect with them, if this is something that you find that you will resonate, that you can use with your readings, if spending your heart and money will actually be something you want to do to get this deck. We then have wisdom. And we have this aquatic. We have this aquatic land, aquatic background with a little hint of a mermaid. And the very last card we have in this deck is Wonders. And we have a crystal, and we have kind of like a galactic background. Very pretty as well. So that's all. That's the whole deck, all the 52 cards of it. I really hope you have enjoyed this little video, just giving you my impressions of the cards, being able to see every single one of them, to see if you resonate with them, if this deck is something you would like to get, if you were able to connect with the images